mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound it surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems.
Coach, this is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. 56. Sammy. Hey, Q. Hey, 5-7.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch tight end. Hey, easy. Tight end's right. We got.
Toss play, Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
I got you. You're all mine. Baby. You're all mine. You go tight.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Greg Stroman back deep waiting for it. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got you. Hey, alert 3. Kill. Back north.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
It's just me and you. Shift. Switch. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
258. Yeah, Liz.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Hey, zoom.
This way, here we go.
Zoom again.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Let's go.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Both set it. 319. You're not ready. You're not ready. Zoom.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And an alley to run. Jones breaking from the contact. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
Ready. You're waiting. 56. 12. All day. I'm coming after you.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
All day, baby. Let's go.
95, 56.
Tackles.
Kill.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
You don't want no problem.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Second down at the 27-yard
Hey,
line.
yellow lady. Right there, 56. Hey. Easy, opposite.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You ready? 56. Check, 56. Now watch run.
From midfield, here's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. 53.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Get in the weight room. No. Off.
Check. Here we go. Check.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Ready.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Whip. Watch the whip.
5-1.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Small.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Murray. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Mike's 56.
Good. 5-4. Ready.
Here's Kamara off the draw. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run.
11.
That's baby side.
Now a toss. Kamara left side. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Right there. 56. I know he ain't got it.
Now Breeze on 3rd down.
Watch the twist.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Pick the edge.
Come. Line left.
Check 24.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
We got this.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Hey, Echo. Hey, flag.
Check 13.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You scared?
Check.
Out.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Check.
Callie. Strong left, Callie.
Check.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a...
It got his man, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 75 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin with a run by Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and very short, Rodgers, Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Hunter Henry, 65 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook. One play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Hey, easy. We go 21.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
5-9.
At the Packers' 39-yard line.
Hey, Haywood.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Breeze now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Mike's 50. We go 21. Pass. Check 3. Ain't no look back.
Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. Going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Sammy. 15. Hey, orbit. Ricky. Mike's 50. Let's go.
Breeze will try again on second down. Flush to his right. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Breeze to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
Over here. Slip again.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Kill.
The toss out to Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Hey, 88.
47's the mic. 47's.
Bravo. All day, punk. Hey,
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Kamara spinning away. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Ready. Yellow lady.
56, right there. 56.
Hey, let's get some penetration. Kill. Let's get some penetration. Mike 59. 56.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
He's coming. Double up.
Protein spill.
Double up. Teammate.
Why?
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
18. Mike 47.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see
Back
me in
north.
your nightmares.
50. 7's the Mike. 47's the Mike.
Guys, let's go.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
258. 7's the Mike.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Alert flare.
61. Matchbox lights.
He's coming.
We got it.
Now it's Barkley. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
319.
Check, 47.
Check.
Check 30.
Mike's 47. Mike's 40.
Hey, Delta. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
To throw is Rodgers from the gun on 3rd down. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
5-9.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Opposite.
At the 43-yard line.
Buzz. 13.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have retaken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They keep it with Barkley on first down, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, take 26.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Blue 58.
47's the mic, boys.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
47's the mic. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Hunter Henry. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys are able to regain the lead.
It's your game, baby.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
26.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's caught. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Record. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Hey, whoa.
What we got? 56. Mike, 56.
Here's Breeze to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Kill.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
21.
56 the mic, boys. 56.
Hey, Alpha.
6.
Hey, easy.
Check curls.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go.
Ready? 5-9.
Mike's 56. Push him back.
Easy opposite. Switch.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
Turn it up.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
Tickets to Mike.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
On first down, Murray. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hey, exit.
2nd and 7 at the 18-yard
56.
line.
Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Cut.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
The 2-yard line.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Here we go.
Hey, watch edge.
Hey, kill.
56 to Mike.
Hey. High 7.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Check tight.
Easy opposite.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. You can't block me.
Zoo.
Block me.
Ready, set.
Mike,
From the gun, it's Breeze.
56.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I got you, punk. Mike's 47.
Smooth.
47.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Trey Hendrickson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rodgers now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Oh, yeah!
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Ready.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Our time.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, baby.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 83 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Check my 50. Ain't no such thing as a lot.
Now Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
46, seam 6. Team 6.
Back to throw. Rodgers gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. To throw is Rodgers. Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime,
and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A first down carry for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. A gain of 3, second down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to get the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free.
And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now we get to deal with a foot of snow in the parking lot as we say so long from Green Bay.
Love it here. This is Maui with snow.
That's one way to put it. So long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I get.